Hi everyone, this is Pigeon Group. My name is Jing Yi. We are talking about the ballpoint pen today. Well, the idea of a ballpoint pen had been around for many years. It took 3 different inventors and almost 60 years to develop this modern writing instrument. Now, ballpoint pen has become a normal writing tool in daily life. Most pen is made by plastic and metal with ink. The plastic is cheap to manufacture and incredibly usable, so the price of ballpoint pen has become cheaper and cheaper. However, the huge production of cheap pen also brings a great pollution to the environment. So we started redesigning from changing the main material and try to design a new structure for the ballpoint pen to make it become sustainable and recyclable. We chose a normal kind of ballpoint pen as our example this time. So next.
So for the first part, I'd like to give a brief introduction of the ballpoint pen that we choose for our studies. You can see the image on the left part in the screen. That's our ballpoint pen, and it is mainly made of plastic. To be exact, clear plastic. In that way, it can contain both the need of appearance and also the function. And for the user can see through the body of this ballpoint pen, and they can know how is the confusion of the consumption of the ink. And also the clip, there's a clip on the body of this ballpoint pen, and with which the user can easily attach it onto their notebook or in their bag. And that next. And you can see there's here's the explosion graph of the ballpoint pen, and every part of this pen is clearly well explained by some tag. And that's the ballpoint pen that we chose. And let us come into the next phase.
So this is the environmental impact diagram. The raw material of the pen barrel is polystyrene. This material is low cost, lightweight, easy to purchase, and inexpensive to ship. But this cheap material has high environmental and climate costs in its production and handling. These processes emit about 1,200 times more greenhouse gases than carbon dioxide. It not only has a bad impact on the climate, but also poses an additional hazard to human health. At the same time, this material is difficult to degrade. It is a major component of land and marine litter. Another plastic used in this pen is polypropylene, which is slightly more environmentally friendly than polystyrene and can be recycled. It has good durability and impact resistance. There's a rubber grip close to the tip of the pen for easy gripping. Its raw material is mainly latex. Although it is a nature product, the production process still causes serious air and water pollution. Not only does the factory consume a lot of oxygen when discharging wastewater, but the acidic wastewater also affects the downstream water quality. The pen's existing packaging uses a portion of plastic to display the product inside and cardboard for the rest to hold and protect. The distribution part showed a very high index throughout calculation because the existing pens were imported from Japan. Long-distance transportation results in very high fuel consumption and carbon emissions, and it means more processing steps and products packaging are used relatively more for protection. Therefore, in the following redesign part, we will focus on reducing the use of raw materials that are harmful to the environment and use locally produced material as much as possible to reduce transportation distance.
Life cycle. The image is the analysis of a ballpoint pen's life from the beginning of getting a raw material. So a variety of raw materials are used for making the components of a ballpoint pen, including metals, plastics, and other chemicals. After getting materials, the next step is extracting, then manufacturing, packaging, and selling to customers, and goes to the end or run out of ink. So the process of ballpoint pen manufacturing is well developed now. You can see ballpoint pen almost in everyday life. Next, please. Such as in restaurant, when you need to sign for a credit card, or in bank, or in office work, or at home. So no one cares how many pens they have and use in a day. That cause sometimes people usually forget that there's a pen and get a new one. So many pens only have been used for once or twice, then being forgotten forever. And actually, there are two ways to recycle plastic pen in Australia. For example, you can give them to the Terra Circle Collection Hub, or you can drop them off at a participating office work store. Yes.
So the idea and principle in redesigning this pen is to reduce its impact towards the environment, and in the same time ensuring its original function and appearance. Here we can see the final work of our redesign pen, and the body of it is mainly made of wood, which is stated by my teammate before. And here is a slot on the cut it on the body of its on the wooden body, so that the user can see how much ink is consumed by in this pen. And in the next page, please. Well, we use 3 ways to reduce the consumption of material when building this pen. The first, when we redesign the clip of this pen, we make the shape of the original a small board into a frame, and in that way we can hollow out the whole clip and cut down the use of the material. And second, when redesigning the body of the pen, we think that we can make it thinner, in which way we can also, well, ensure its stability and use less material to build it. And finally, when it comes to the rubber pad on the pen, we recognize that the original rubber part on the pen is not efficient, because only the joint of finger and the pen need a rubber pad to relieve the pressure. So we can reduce the area of the rubber pad to also reduce the material consumed when producing this pen.
So this is the redesigned form of the environmental impact. In terms of material selection, we choose to improve barrel into roundwood, which is a very common material in Australia. As can see from the table, the overall environmental impact result has been significantly reduced by the redesign. That's it, thank you.